No, no. Oh, 5 out of 5. Oh, wow. You are really good, Ruben Dean. You are 5 out of 5 on animals and on crops. I don't need you, but you're awesome. Somebody should hire you. I will give you a reference. But good morning, everyone. I'm Dave. Welcome back to the wee hours where I suffer from periodic bouts of insomnia and play games to pass the time. We are back with the Farm Manager 2018 Grow Nothing $1 Million Challenge, and we've doubled up on cheese production. We have put down a second milk processing plant to deal with, well, largely the excess cow's milk we keep accumulating. And the single cheese plant, in my opinion, was not keeping up with the cow's milk because we were splitting our forces between cow's cheese, goat's cheese, and sheep's cheese, and that was kind of draining. No one was getting anything done at that point. So I've made this cheese plant solely for cow's milk, and this one over here is covering the sheep and the goats. Hopefully that will get us a little more cheese going on, because cheese is pretty much, along with the honey, our most profitable thing that we make right now. We're coming in at 55K at the moment, which is not bad considering the outlay we just did to do this new milk processing plant. And I've got a couple of thoughts as to where we're going next. Oh, somebody's ready for breeding. Is it the chickens? My goodness, it is. So chickens, yes, more chickens, please. Speaking of chickens, let me just briefly go through the pens here and make sure we're not all cramped in here. 11 out of 15, 12 out of 15. That's all fine. That's totally fine. 12 out of 15 and 12 out of 15. All right, you're all good. And the cows are fine. There's all 4 out of 6 in there. So a couple of thoughts as to what I wanted to do next with 55K in our pockets. And I see we just got a whole bunch of honey coming in too. Good. That's part one of my plan, which is, you guessed it, folks, yet another beehive area, yet another beekeeping hut, because, well, we may as well take advantage of all the warm months, and those beekeeping houses are dirt cheap at this point, especially after all the training we've taken to reduce the price of buildings. These things, I mean, they're just giving the beekeeper houses away at this point. So, yes, slap that down for me. If only... I mean, well, not if only. I really want tons and tons of honey because honey makes a lot of money. But we also got a challenge that popped up to hire any employee, so we may as well hire someone for the beekeeping place and bang that challenge out. How much money are we getting for that? 1,000 farm monies? Sure, why not? It'll cover the cost of hiring them at least. And actually, that'll kind of help defray the costs of training some people, because the folks in the second milk processing plant are not 100% up to snuff. 3 out of 5, 3 out of 5, and 4 out of 5 on production. The faster we get that boosted up, the more cheese they're going to make. So, Charlie, why don't we get you up to 4 out of 5? There we go. And we'll just kind of pick those off as we're going along, and as we do some selling, we'll just kind of keep boosting those guys up. You done with the... No, you haven't even started on the beekeeper hut yet. Well, let's just do a quick round of selling. That honey looks like that would be pretty tasty to sell. It's, oh, animals are ready for breeding. Okay, I'll deal with it in just a moment, folks. Just a moment, sure. Sell the eggs, why not? Multi-flower honey, 2,200, sure. Goat's cheese, which hopefully we're making a little bit more of at this point. Cow cheese, and now yellow cow cheese. When does that actually go off? 23rd of the 5th. And, oh my goodness, the yellow cow cheese, the 1st of the 8th. Wow, we've got a while on that. That stuff sticks around for ages. Good to know. Good to know. That definitely sits around for a while. I mean, the cow cheese does pretty well. We're going to get a solid month on that, but the yellow cow cheese sits around for ages. All right, well, you know what, guys? Just keep doing that. And, you know, while I'm in the neighborhood, sell 2,500 kilograms of manure. Why not? May as well get that 483 farm money. Who's breeding? Oh, the goats. Good. Excellent. I like it when the goats breed. Good job, goats. Randy goats. Keep breeding, please. Okay, so beekeeper house. Are you done yet? No. Let me just speed things along a little bit here. I just want to get that locked in before I, well, knowing me, before I forget that I put it there and it's just sitting there doing nothing. And you are done. Fantastic. Slow it down a little bit there. Oh, who's ready for breeding now? It's the chickens. Not news, guys. Not news. Okay, beekeeper hut. Let's get some hives going down here. Yep, let's do that. Squeeze you in there. 1, 2, 3. No, don't go wonky on me. Not like the other one. We all remember the wonky beehive incident. And 7, 8, 9, and 10. Perfect. Okay, let's get someone hired for that. Do I have any room left in this house? Yes, actually I do. Perfect. Anyone semi-decent at bees? 4 out of 5 for 677. That's a little high. A little high there. 3 out of 5 for 636. Again, little high, higher than I would like it to be. Oh, you're not bad. 4 out of 5 for 498, Scarlett Watson. Good. Okay, yeah, that's a fair price. 4 out of 5 for 498. Yeah, you can go live in house number 3. Really wish you could rename the houses. Yeah, I know I hired an employee. I just hired that employee. Thank you, game. I did know that. I wish you could rename the buildings. That would be fun. If you can, and I just totally don't know how to do that, please let me know. But to my knowledge, you can't rename the houses. So, we're stuck at Beekeeper Building number 9, not, Scarlet's House of Bees or something cool like that. So, Scarlet, go start getting some honey out of there if you could, please. And then I want to look at my next plan. So we've got, in terms of training, we're doing the production management 1, which will, well, kind of self-explanatory, boost our production, but that's going to take a while. It was a 3-month project, and we've got 78 days left to go there. Who's breeding? Chickens. Yep, no, nobody is surprised by that. And you're all breeding. All the chickens are breeding right now. You're waiting. You are not waiting. Go ahead and call in the inseminator, please. Definitely going to keep this space open up here because I don't know when we're going to be able to buy more land. That's a huge outlay of cost because what we have to do is upgrade my house, the farmer's house, and that's a cool $400K. That's $400,000 just to upgrade the house just so we can buy more land. That doesn't give us more land. We just are able to buy it. So that's going to be a little ways off. Hopefully the new cheese will get us there a little bit faster. But I want to look at this area here for a new pen. And then this little tiny stretch of land here, I've kind of got a plan for. So let's see, what are pens going for these days? If I wanted to put down, I definitely can't get a cow shed in here, right? There's no possible way. I'd love to get a cow shed in here. Will it? Oh, I think I can get that to fit. I can get that to fit. Oh, super. I didn't think I'd be able to get something that big in there. Now, do I want cows or do I want goats or sheep? I think I'm kind of off sheep. I'm kind of, the sheep don't produce milk quickly enough to make sheep cheese really viable. I mean, it gets a great price, but there's very little of it. If I was going to do a new pen, I'd do goats. I need to have a think about whether I want to do cows, because ultimately, in terms of long-term planning, when we get the slaughterhouse going, cows are going to be more valuable. Cows will be way more valuable. I think we're going to go cows. Let me get a path down now because I'm pretty good about not being able to figure out how paths work. I'm going to just kick it over here just to make 100% sure I have enough room to do what I want to do with this cow shed. Yeah, it's going to be cows. How much is that going to cost? And they're cheaper for a start. So that's no bad thing right there. So new cow shed can go there. Where do I want to put this? It's not quite fitting in the way I want it to, but that's fine. Do that. And while you're getting that going, we go to our new employee house. We can hire someone for that just to get that ball rolling. Okay, who's not completely terrible at animals and cheap? You are 2 out of 5, 662. Not so good there. Not so good. Ooh, not a lot of choices here. Wow, you're actually really good, Sienna Khan. 4 out of 5 on animals and 4 out of 5 on bees for 736, which is expensive, but you got a lot of skill. That is good. I mean, you would be a potentially good employee. There's actually nobody here I want to hire. Nobody at all. So no. Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll get a refresh and come back to that. We do have a lot of goat's cheese coming in. Oh, no, sorry, that's cow cheese. I'm sorry, that's cow cheese. Good. Oh, and just another 100 units right there. I think my plan is working. I think my plan of, you know, not splitting our forces so much, or rather actually splitting our forces so each building can concentrate on different kinds of things rather than divvying it all up and nobody was getting anything done. I think it's broadly working. I hope it is. I'm sure Emrys will tell me in the comments if it's not. But there it is. It's what we're doing. All right, they're building that. Let's, do we get a nice little refresh on the employees? Let's see if we can find somebody else now. Who do we got? Oh, Teddy, you're excellent with plants. I don't need that. Noah, 2 out of 5 for 512. I mean, if there's nobody else, I'll take you. It's not a bad price. You're 5 out of 5, but 730. No. Whoa, 5 out of 5. Oh, wow, you are really good, Ruben Dean. You are 5 out of 5 on animals and on crops. I don't need you, but you're awesome. Somebody should hire you. I will give you a reference. Bonnie, 1 out of 5, but 444. Rock bottom price on Ronnie. Thank you. Bonnie, whoever she is. Well, whoever she is, she works for me now. Who's breeding? Chickens. Nobody is surprised by that. Speaking of chickens, how are these coops doing here? 20 out of 30 on you, and 26 out of 30. Yeah, we'll sell a few of you off. That's fine. Buy. You are almost done with the cow shed. Fine. So when that gets done, we'll load some more cows in there. And, well, get some more cheese, hopefully. And while we're waiting for that, looks like we've got some cheese we could be dealing with. We still have a ton of cow's milk. I almost need like 3 or 4 cheese production places to deal with all the cow's milk. But, yeah, 300 units of cow's cheese. What's that going to get me? 5,000. There we go. Still got some yellow cow cheese coming in. That's fine. We'll sit on that. That's got a really long shelf life. Let's sell all of that. There we go. Sell some eggs. Why not? 267 farm monies. Super. And we've got 109 kilograms of manure left. Fantastic. Oh, all our money ticks away as they take out that loan payment and all our other operating costs. Oh, that is a grim, grim number. But the new cow shed is done, so yay. All right, they're ready for breeding. Super. Let me deal with this first. Bonnie, come on in. And how much did that leave me? 30,000. Let's just bump you up a little bit, at least get you to 3 out of 5. That's a good start. And we need to buy some cows. Let's get 3 cows. Get me 3 cows and start dealing with that, Bonnie. Boy, that really gutted our money. Who's ready for breeding? Oh, goats. Good. I like it when the goats are ready for breeding. Folks, if you wanted to start producing some more honey, that'd be neat. I'd really appreciate that because I've got like 8 million beehives here. You know, the whole point is that you should be selling some honey. What are you at? 4 out of 5? You know what? Now you're maxed out. There you go. Just pick these off as I see them. That's leaving us with a very slim 18,000 left. We're going to need to be selling some stuff too. Yeah, call the inseminator. That's fine. And you guys can call the inseminator. That is fine. So we had a couple of rounds. Oh, God, who's breeding now? Sheep. Oh, excellent. Good. Yeah, do that. Let me just run through the pens here. How are we doing? 12 out of 15. 12 out of 15. How about the goats? They bred recently. Yeah, 14 out of 15. Let's sell a few of you guys off. Give you a little more breathing room in there. Also, 14 out of 15. We'll sell a few of you. Remembering that we want to leave at least room for 2 new animals in the pens at all times. Otherwise, it's not cost-effective to call the inseminator. Speaking of the inseminator, the goats are getting all randy again. Okay, good job, guys. Are our new cows here? Yep, our new cows are here. And you have made some honey. You made a bunch of stuff, actually. Oh, did you make... You made a lot of yellow cow cheese. Good. You know what? We need the money. Let's see what all of that cheese is going to get us. So, sure, I know this lasts a while, but what would we get for this? Yeah, 5,400? That's not bad. You know what? Sell the wool while we're in the neighborhood. Go ahead and sell that. Sell eggs. Dear God, sell everything. 138 units of goat cheese. That's a very odd number, but sell it. Cow cheese, sure. Absolutely. Now, multi-flower honey. Market's kind of tanked, but... There it is, 3,600 on that. Yeah, just sell everything. Sell everything. You can keep that. Oh, you just made some more sheep's cheese. All right, fine, fine. Who's breeding? Oh, cows. Good. Good. I like it when the cows are breeding. Not so much with the chickens, but there it is. They're chickens. They're chickens. At 16 a pop, it's still 16 a pop when we sell them. It's 16 that we didn't have. Well, with those cows bred, we're at 6 out of 6, so we can sell off a couple of those guys for a quick 4K. Who's ready for breeding? It's the chickens. And while we're just kind of ticking time along, I wanted to bring up something that was brought up in the comments, Emrys, I'm looking in your direction, about the spirit of the challenge. So the challenge is to grow nothing. Nothing will be grown in the ground or greenhouses or anything along those lines. We will produce no grown crops. However, the suggestion was made by Emrys, that doesn't mean you can't buy crops. We could say buy raspberries, set up a frozen food factory, and freeze raspberries and get frozen raspberries. It certainly would not be as profitable as growing them yourself, but it would be, a fair bit of money. It would be a fair bit of money. My question is, does that break the challenge? So we're not growing anything. We did not grow anything at all. We purchased them on the market and then used production to transform them into something a little more profitable. My personal feeling as the guy playing the game, low amount of food. Okay, I will slow it down, guys. I will deal with that right now. What food do you like again? Oh, wow, we are really low on food. Although you might just be going to get food. That might be the problem. What's in the warehouse? I'll come back to my thought in just a second. Starving animals is slightly more important right now. Oh, yeah, we are. We have some. Okay, you know what? We're wicked low on food. We're wicked low on food. All right, that's fine. Let's get some basic stuff in here. How about we get some sort of generic cheap stuff that everyone can get down with, like crops. Everyone loves crops. Get me 3,000 units of crops, please, for $4.27. And straw. Animals like straw, so I am told. Go ahead and buy that for $2.99. Apples, I think it's either the sheep or the goats or both like apples, but they're kind of expensive, so just get 500 units of that. Buckwheat, I think some people are into, and by people I mean four-legged animals. Just get me 500 of that. Actually, that's relatively inexpensive. Get me 1,000 of that. And what else could we be getting? Corn, sure. I think the chickens are into corn. That is a little pricey, though. Not as pricey as I thought, actually. Get me 1,000 of that. And we got to buy food, so this is not a cost we can avoid. Grass, there we go. That's going to be nice and cheap. Get me 3,000 of that, please. And what else could we be doing with these guys? Rye. Yeah, give me, 300 of that. Oh, that's pretty inexpensive, too. Get me... You know what? Give me 1,000. 1,000 of that, please. Okay. Anything else? Wheat, sure. Actually, oats. That's a good one. Now, that is a little pricey. That is definitely a little pricey. Yeah, so, just give me 500 of that, please. Okay, that should hold on to the animals for a while. Call the inseminator on that. Okay, so finishing my thought is, although it does not break the letter of the challenge to buy crops and then use production to turn them into something else that would be more profitable, my personal feeling as the guy playing the game is it does break the spirit of the challenge. And really, this challenge could be called Animals Only. It would be fair to call this an Animals Only challenge. And that's what I thought when I was putting this together and kind of chit-chatting with Penge, who's obviously played a bunch of Farm Manager. And, my thought was, well, if I'm going to do this, I have to do some kind of challenge run because you've done all you can do with it. I can't improve on what you've done. And so his thought was actually crops only. His thought was just do a no animals challenge. And I actually thought, well, that's actually a little too easy because there's crazy money in, say, growing raspberries and freezing them. Frozen raspberries are just ridiculous. Frozen strawberries that you can keep going year round because you can grow them in a greenhouse are just crazy money. So getting to $1 million would not be actually that hard with that. So I thought animals only. No. When I said nothing grown, I was really mentally thinking no crops at all, just none on the farm. So that's the question. That was a very long-winded way of getting to a point, which is if we bought crops on the open market, used a production facility to transform them into something more profitable, does that break the challenge? My personal opinion is actually yes, it kind of does. But I am willing to have my mind changed on that if enough folks are saying, no, that's fine. That's totally within the realm of the challenge. You didn't grow anything. You just bought things on the market. So let me know. Let me know in the comments. A few of the pens are getting a little bit cramped, so I'm just going through and selling off a few excess animals. Who's ready for breeding? Chickens. Nobody's surprised by that. No new cows yet. No. You guys are looking pretty cramped. 13 out of 15. Yeah, sell a couple of you. And how about you guys? Yeah, a couple of you. Sure, why not? Kind of need a bit of a boost of money right now for the next phase of my plan. 14 out of 15. Yeah, we can definitely get rid of some sheep. And how are you guys doing? 13. Sell a couple. Why not? And 11 out of 15. That is fine. I bet you chickens are ready for breeding. Oh, no, it's actually the goats. Color me surprised. All right, we got a bunch of stuff we can be selling up here. A bunch of stuff. We're still swimming in cow's milk, but that's fine. That's totally fine. We're I believe, making more cheese, so that's good. Go ahead and sell the sheep cheese. Perfect. Sell off that cow's milk. You know what? We'll make plenty more. 322 units of honey. Not bad. Not bad. How's that cow cheese doing? Oh, the market's a little up on that. 5,200. Boom, right there. You know what? Sell off the yellow cow cheese. There's 4,000. 153 units of eggs. Sell it off. Goat's cheese will sit on for a little bit. Who's breeding? The chickens. Of course they are. Well, that brings us up to a nice little 77K. That's not bad at all. Yep, inseminate you and inseminate you. Good. Well, the next part of my plan, continuing from the last episode, the first part of my plan was more cheese. Who's breeding? Oh, sheep. All right, cool. Neat, sheep. Anyone else want to breed before I start putting some more stuff down here? Anyone? We're all good. We're all feeling okay. Nobody wants to breed anytime in the next couple of minutes. No? Going once? Going twice? All right, I got you guys, right? Yeah, all right, fine. So, ages ago, episode 1 or 2 of this challenge, we researched wind power. And we did nothing with that because the wind power things are crazy, stupid expensive. And I was looking at wind power. I mean, they're not as expensive now. They're 30% less now for a start. I looked at wind power and read that little thing below it that says +9 a month and thought that's what it would be generating in terms of income, which is stupid. There'd be no reason to build a wind turbine station. I was corrected that it costs 9 a month. That is actually our operating cost on that, which is really, really cheap. That's crazy cheap. Of course you're ready for breeding. I'm doing a thing here right now. I was corrected that is just our operating cost. That's a little vague, I'm going to say. If I were in charge of the entire world, I would probably, have that read -9 a month to represent it's a cost, not an income. But there it is. I misread it. I was corrected. Now I know what it is. And the money to be made from wind farming is quite a bit more than I expected. No one seems to be 100% sure how much, but I think we could comfortably be looking at over 1,000 a month to do some wind farming. No one seems to have an exact figure, and a couple of commenters are like, I made this much from wind farming, and somebody else is saying, I made this much from wind farming. Nobody seems to have an accurate number. Oh, 13 sheep. Let's sell a couple of you. But it is what it is, and it seems to, the broad scope seems to be over 1,000 a month. And I've got this, I was kind of thinking about this space here, but unfortunately these things are 3 blocks wide. So even like this, I can't fit them in there. I was hoping they were going to squeeze into this little slot here. But where they will, I won a bet with a neighbor to make 8 goats milk for 9,300 farm monies. Yeah, you know what? I will absolutely take that bet. I will take that bet, neighbor. Jeez. Okay, yes, breeding. Goodness, it's busy on the farm. It's very busy on the farm. There's lots of things to be done. Call the inseminator for you. I just want to read that bet again because I think that's about the stupidest bet anyone's come up with for a farm full of goats. So your problem is what? Prove you are faster and produce 8 goats milk before 25/09/2019. Done. I think we just did it. I'm sure we've already done that. Now, is anyone else want to breed before I slap down this wind farm? No? Okay, we're putting down a wind farm. Long story short, on everything I was just saying, we're putting down some wind farms. Slowly, because they're still, whatever, 42K or whatever they are. But if we can squeeze a couple into especially some of these finicky little weird spaces that we've got, like, could I fit them all along this row? I think I can. I can fit them all along the chicken coops. And actually, that looks really cool, too. I really like the way that looks. All right, wind farm number 1, you're in. All right, who's breeding? Who's breeding? And then as we accumulate more money, my God, we've got almost 1,200 units of goat's milk. We'll just keep slapping these down, and these can just be regular sources of income ticking in all the time for a very, very minimal outlay. I mean, $9 a month to run those things is just fine. Why have I not won this bet yet? Why have I not won this bet? Who's in charge of goats? Go get some stuff. This is the stupidest bet. My neighbor looked across the way, saw a farm full of goats, and said, boy, I bet that guy can't make goat's milk. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we've already done it. Oh, I think they're just taking out the loan payment. I may have to sell stuff really, really quick to keep our head above water here. You know what? Sheep's wool. Sure, sell it. Oh, we won the bet. No surprise there. Well, there's a quick 10,000. 9,300. Yeah, I'll take that. That is one dumb neighbor. 471 units of honey. The market is rock bottom, but we did do that training to increase the minimum price. So that price is still higher than what we would have got. That was my whole point of doing that training is I find often the market is bottomed out, but at least we're getting a little bit more money than we... Oh, there's 10,000 right there. 10,000. I love the honey season. Love the honey season. 1,500 units of cow's milk. Sure, sell it. Cow cheese, yes, sell everything. I want to make another wind farm if we can. Yellow cow cheese. Oh, that's high. That's a good price for that. Goat's milk can stay there. Okay, all of this is good. Off camera, off screen, I topped up some more animal food, so got in some silage and some other things. I don't want to be having starving animals. That is no good. And I realized putting this cow shed over here and the employee over here, not my smartest move. No one should be surprised by that I made a dumb move playing a game, because it's taken that employee a heck of a long time to walk all the way over to the cow shed, do a thing, figure out contract failed. Oh, that's fine. To take a loan, yeah, that's totally fine. I'm okay with that one. I didn't rule out taking another loan. Are we done? Are you going to go away? Yes, you are going to go away. Go away. Go away. Fine, whatever. Anyway, this employee has a long walk to get all the way over to the cow shed, figure out they have no food, walk all the way back to the warehouse, get some food, and then bring it all the way back to the cow shed. But there it is. In a perfect world, I probably should have put that new employee house that we created in the last episode maybe a little bit more centrally located. That would have been smarter. And there is our new wind farm. And we can line those up all along here, and those will just casually tick in money as we're going along. I want to get through, the first 30 days and find out what that's actually producing. And then I can get an idea of, what we're going to make over the long term. This challenge really is about long-term planning, I'm finding out. It's not what are we going to do today, it's what are we going to do the next game year. That's why this space is completely open. I've got plans for that, and they're long-term plans. Yeah, the pens are starting to get a little full again, so let's sell off a bunch of these guys. I think we've even got a couple of full cow sheds as well, which is great, because cows are 2,000 a pop. Just absolutely that. Here we go, 15 out of 15. Happy to sell off a few animals. Yep, you're 15. Yeah, wow, you guys are really cramped in here. Let's get you out of here. You look like you might be full. Yeah, 6 out of 6 on cows. There's 4,000 right there. And how about you guys? Also 6 out of 6. You're out of there. And you guys are, well, okay, every cow shed is full. Fantastic. Excellent. That's a whole bunch of money we're making. You're 4 out of 6. You're fine. Who's ready for breeding chickens? Nobody is surprised by that. Let's do a round of selling. And what do we got? You can sit on the goat's cheese right now. Yellow cow cheese. We made a lot of that. There's 7,000. Yeah, sure. Sell the sheep's wool. That's 1,600. It's not nothing. How about 1,400 units of cow's milk? Sure, go ahead and sell that. I really almost in a weird way want to set up another milk processing plant. Sell all of that. Yeah, sell everything. Sell everything. Oh, cow cheese. Excellent. Good. There's 5,200. You can kind of sit on the rest. Thank you. Who's ready for breeding? Oh, chickens. What a surprise. So have we gotten to, when did we put down the wind farm? I believe it was around the 30th of the last month. Let me just look at expenses, actually. Oh, I've never noticed that before. When you just click on expenses, the graph just gets blood red. It looks like blood dripping from it. I mean, I get it. You're in the red. That makes sense. But it actually looks like there's blood dripping from your charts. Okay, so when did we put down the wind farm? I'm looking for wind farm. I just saw it. Wind turbine station. We put down on the 30th of the 5th. So around the 30th of the 6th, I want to see... Oh, sick animals. Yes, call the vet. Call the vet. Yes, call the vet, please. Sure, inseminate the chickens. Around the 30th of this month, I want to see what kind of money that wind farm makes. With all that round of selling, and especially selling off some of those cows, we're already back up to almost 100K. So we could certainly afford to put down another wind farm thing. And just keep that going all along this line here. Just keep all those wind farms going. And any other fidgety spots that we could squeeze that into, we can do that. I'm wondering if it might be worth... Actually, if I remove this path here, I don't think that's still going to be enough space for a wind farm. But this space will be. We could certainly get somebody in there. We could certainly do them along here, but I kind of had an idea that this is just going to be a row of bees. Though that being said, the employee hut is all the way up here. That's kind of a pain in the neck. Maybe we should do bees up here, wind farms down there. I don't know. I'll have a little think about what the best move is. And while I'm here, how are the chickens doing? Yeah, sell a few of those. Absolutely. I'm having thoughts about chickens. Now that we're doing bigger and better things with cheese production and whatnot, my thought is, do we need the chickens anymore? Is there better things that we could be putting in this space that aren't chickens? Yeah, call the inseminator for the chickens. Because, in day one, selling a few chickens at 16 per chicken was really, really good. But we're doing a little bit better now. And this is valuable real estate that they're taking up for very little money. So whereas, day one of this challenge, we just had to keep our head above water, now we need to be thinking a little bit more efficiently, especially about, what we're putting in this space. Because, again, we're probably not going to have a bigger space for a little bit. We're doing okay. We're getting there. But in terms of money, we will be able to do that at some point, but not today. So is there something more efficient, and by that I mean profitable, that we could be putting in the chicken space? So long story short, comment section, do we get rid of the chickens? Do we just get rid of the chickens and stop the chicken thing? Even when we get into the slaughterhouse, the chickens are not going to be super valuable. Oh, goats. Now, speaking of valuable, goats. That's better. So my next thought is, are we kind of wasting our time with the chickens right now? Selling some eggs at virtually no money when we could be putting in, say, a cow shed there, which will be, in the long run, way more valuable, or something else along those lines, maybe more goats, or, I'm not 100% sold on the sheep anymore, but maybe more sheep, who knows? I guess if we just had a larger quantity of sheep, then we would be just getting more sheep's milk, which would get us more sheep's cheese, which is quite a bit of money. So that is open to interpretation in the comments section. Are we done with chickens? Are we just done with chickens? Okay, so first of the month, 1 month after we put up that first wind farm, we made $1,737 on that. 1,737 farm monies, and it cost us 9. That ain't nothing at all. I think we've got a solid plan for some very, very regular income. Everyone, you need an inseminator, and you need an inseminator. Yeah, I think let's just do a real quick round of selling, because I think they just took the loan payment out as well. So, no, not what I wanted to do at all. Let's sell. We got a whole bunch. We got a ton of honey right now. We need to get rid of a lot of honey. Got a lot of goat's cheese. There we go. Sell all of that. Sell the multi-flower honey. 600 some odd units. 12,500. Thank you very much. You know what? Ditch the sheep's cheese. Absolutely. The eggs. See, this is the thing. You get day one, getting 1,000 farm monies was super valuable. Day whatever this is, 1,000 farm monies is not really cutting it. So I think we've got to have a think about the chickens, and the chickens may just have to go. The chickens just may have to get out of here. They're not chipping in anymore. They're not valuable members of the farm team. Why is nobody eating the straw? I bought straw for a reason. Do cows not eat straw? I thought cows ate straw. Did I buy straw for no reason? Okay, you actually don't eat straw. I may have bought straw for no reason at all. Do the chickens eat straw? Does anyone eat straw? Oh, you're kind of getting full there. Let me sell a few of you off. Okay, I may have bought straw for no particular reason. I may just have to sell that off. Let me just run through the pens. You are full up. There's 4,000 right there. Thank you. You are not full. 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6. Okay. How about the goats and the sheep? We could get rid of a couple of goats there. Sure. And 13 out of 15, get rid of a couple of them, and a couple of them, and a couple of them, and a couple of them. There we go. Bringing us, I think that's our highest cash flow right now. That's our highest money in the bank right now, 115,000. Well, we're definitely putting down another wind farm then. We're 100% putting down another wind farm. Boom. Here we go. How close can I want to get these right. I want to maximize our space here. So that is the closest I can get that. Boom. Done. Done. I can actually afford a second one. There's no reason I can't afford a second one. I think that, you know what? I'm doing it. 1,700 per wind farm per month with an operating cost of 9, which is ridiculous. Yeah, do it. Do it. So whatever 1,700 some odd is times 3 per month, and then we'll just keep this train rolling all along this track here, and then look for other spaces like right in here. We can fit some more of those right in there. Yeah, chickens. There we go. I think the chickens are probably going to go. Unless the comment section perks up and says, oh, dear Lord, no. Don't get rid of chickens. They're the most profitable, valuable thing we have. I don't think that's going to happen. But, just in case, Emrys, I'm looking in your direction. Just in case somebody's going to pop up and say, dear Lord, don't get rid of the chickens. I think next time we're probably going to renegotiate this space. And by renegotiate, I mean all of these chickens are going to go to somebody's dinner plate, and we're going to put something better there. Something that will, over the long term, make us more and more money. So we're back down to 30, almost 31K, but that's fine. We're about to get 2 new wind farms up, which are going to make us even more money without us even having to do anything, which is great. They're just going to sit there. I mean, I suppose realistically, I could have just set up an entire wind farm, but that's not super interesting, I don't think. Yeah, you are going to be done very, very shortly. Animals are ready for breeding. Is it the chickens? Nobody's surprised by that. Nobody's surprised. There's another one. So great. There's another 1,700 every month right there. And another 1,700 every month right there. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Good. I think that's a good place to call it for today. We will pick up some more Farm Manager 2018 Grow Nothing $1 Million Challenge next time. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours, and we'll see you next time.